this game is going to change the VR industry as we know it.
This game, I genuinely believe, could change the course of VR forever.
So you're wondering why Bonelab will change VR forever?
Forever change the way that VR...
Change VR forever.
This changes everything!
It's finally here. The game that's gonna change VR forever. But it's not gonna change that 6-year-old graphics card in your PC. It's not often we get a big release like this in VR, and Bonelab, if you believe the hype, is shaping up to be the cutting edge of VR gaming.
This is the future of VR!
You've clicked on this, so it's likely you're not rocking one of the newer graphics cards with the ray tracing, and all that video memory and improved video encoding. Well, maybe you are, you're some sort of tech sadist getting off watching us plebs suffer, but more likely you're on or near the bottom tier of the ladder of VR experience. I've been running Bonelab on a minimum specification graphics card, the GTX 1070, which is almost 6.5 years old at time of writing. Now this thing is what introduced me to the world of VR. And exercise. I've had some wild times with this graphics card, even if the actual laptop running it has died twice. Even for a piece of gaming hardware this old, the 1070 still blows me away. It's absolutely not the best in terms of graphics, and it struggles to keep up with the demands of the Quest 2, but it sparked a love of VR in me that led to the creation of this channel. On that note, please subscribe if you haven't, and like the video and all that stuff. This is a really small channel, so thanks for watching this so far. Every single bit of engagement gives me a nice hit of brain chemicals, so go on, make me feel warm and fuzzy. We're looking at Bonelab on minimum specifications, without the extra headroom. So can a GTX 1070 run Bonelab without exploding? Yes. Can it run reasonably well? Actually, yes. I started out playing this on high settings just to see what would happen, and there was some noticeable frame rate issues as expected. This lessened on medium settings, and it was playable but still a little jittery. So if you're playing this game on a minimum specification graphics card, low settings is where it's at. And you know what, it's pretty damn smooth and it doesn't look bad at all. If you're used to playing VR on this card, you'll notice it's way better looking than a lot of other games you might have played. Maybe a tiny bit of stuttering when things get really heated, but it's early days for Bonelab, and keep in mind, they got this thing running on the Quest 2, a glorified smartphone that you strap to your face. On that note, I'll be making a video on that very soon, so stick around if you're interested in seeing how the Quest 2 version compares to PC minimum specifications. One thing I do need to talk about running Bonelab on older hardware is the load times. They are long, to the point where I thought I'd crashed a couple times. You're just stuck waiting in this endless void while your PC catches up wheezing. So your 1070 still has life in it yet. It can run one of the most ambitious VR games to date reasonably well, without falling to pieces. One final note, Bonelab is cross-buy between Quest and PC, so you'll get a free copy for the other system if you pick it up there. Well, that's it, thanks for watching and keep on janking.